Hi, good morning. Happy Thursday to you. I'm Jessie with Simply Refreshing Life, and I'm here again today with another self-care golden nugget. I'm very happy to do this. I do this every day from Monday to Friday, or I should say every weekday, because on weekends it's family time and church time, so I don't really do it on the weekend. I love this one. This one is called Inner Child. It smells so good. And as I said, I like to put it in my head. uh, and yeah, I come live around this time, 9:30, between 9:30 and 10:30. It's been kind of like a 9:30 in the morning, Mountain Time. I am in Utah, and I come to you in less than 10 minutes, 10 minutes or less. I've been doing these videos and just sharing some good tips on self-care, and sometimes it's just a good word from the Bible. And on Fridays, I'm doing a DIY. So tune in tomorrow because I have a fun DIY to do with you all. So yeah, you don't want to miss that one. Today, I want to talk to you about my 3 best tips for decluttering. Before that, though, before I forget, I have to give you an announcement. Last week in our group, Loving Your Imperfect Self, I had a giveaway. I'm sorry, not a giveaway. I had a theme on boundaries. We learned so much about boundaries. I had a guest speaker, and she just came and taught us more about boundaries. And so I have a giveaway going on, and it's this book right here, Boundaries. And this is by Dr. Henry Cloud and John Townsend. And so I opened the giveaway last week, of course, but there was not a lot of success. And so I got my book last Tuesday, and I said, I was giving one away, but you guys didn't participate. So they're like, oh, please open it again. So I have the giveaway open. If you join today, you can participate in the giveaway, and you might be able to get this for free. My friend who was with us last week, recommended this book. She actually sent me some like worksheets, and I've been going through those, and it's just amazing. It's Bible-based, and it's all about boundaries. So I just can't wait to dig into this, and I would love to do it with a buddy. So yeah, so if you join in today, you will be able to participate in the giveaway. I'm giving it away tonight. So join in sometime today so you can participate in that. It's really easy. And if you need me to tag you on the post, and so you don't want to be scrolling around or you don't know your way around, I can do that. Just let me know, and we can go from there. Okay. All right, back to decluttering. So this week we're talking about decluttering in our group, and we're giving very helpful tips and ideas on how to declutter. So clutter tends to pile up. I mean, it happens to everyone, right? And I've said this in my group, and I'm going to say it to you again. I'm not a minimalist. I mean, kudos to those of you, and I know some people are, and that are. Kudos to you that you are. It's amazing, but I'm not. I'm not one. However, having said that, I do not like clutter either. So I'm kind of like in the middle, if that makes sense to you. I like to have things, especially with 3 kids around and everything. We do have things, but I'm not a minimalist at all. And so, but I don't enjoy clutter. And so I do declutter every now and then. I just declutter my pantry about a month ago, and I've been keeping it very clean. I declutter my workspace yesterday. And the workspace area, I declutter often because every time the kids come back from school with a paper, a test, or something, guess where it ends up? It ends up in my desk. You guessed it right. I don't know if you can relate to this, but it every time they bring something, look what I made, and then they just kind of leave it in my desk, and I'm going. By the time I realize what's going on, I have like a pile of papers accumulated in my desk. So I have to declutter. Also, I live in a townhome. So this is not my work area. What you're looking at right now, it's my living room or my dining room area. As you can see, I have behind me like a little table with some pictures and the diffuser and all that. And over here, we have an area with the kids charge their phones. So I got this charger from Amazon, and so everybody charged their phones right here. But my desk is upstairs, and the reason why I'm not filming this upstairs is because my husband is working from home, and he has meetings and everything. So it's kind of hard for me to be talking to you, and then you will hear him in the background because he is loud. And so I don't have a specific office area yet. I will, God willing, when he provides for us to have a home. Whenever that happens, that's my priority to have an office. But right now, my little space office is in my bedroom, and so I have a corner. My bedroom is pretty big, and so I have a corner in the room where I have a desk, and I have 2 printers. Don't ask; it's a long story, but I use them both because I have them now. But and I have my paperwork and everything that I do. I have like a big notebook. I keep one of those big notebooks because this is my idea notebook. It's very important for me. I have my Bible. I have my planner because a girl's got a plan. And then also that desk serves me as my art studio, because if you know me, you know that I like to watercolor. And so I have my watercolors, I have my brushes, and everything that I use to do watercoloring. And so that's my art studio, my desk, my where I write in my journals. And so that's my space. And so I have to make sure that it's decluttered, because otherwise, if I don't, I end up with about this much space of a large desk free to work with, and that's just not doable. That cannot happen. And so I declutter often. And so here are 3 tips that I do to make sure that it's under control. It doesn't drive me nuts, because otherwise I get really bad anxiety, like, all these things, and I want to just throw everything in the trash, but I can't, because there's things there that are important. So I make sure that I keep everything organized so I don't lose my mind. So my first tip to you is only keep things you need. So your kids are going to come and they're going to say, look what I drew. Like, look at this. I have this from Vicky. Can you see it? She drew this. And so she's like, keep it, mommy, keep it. And I'm like, well, it's a little note. So I have it right here in my desk. But she comes and she gives me all these drawings because she's very artistic. And so is Adrian. And she goes, keep it. It's for you. And I don't have the heart to throw it out. So what I've been doing is I either put it in a folder. I have a specific folder for each of the kids that I keep, or I take a picture and I save it in the cloud. Simple. I'm not throwing it out. I'm keeping their work. It's very important for me to keep their work. They don't want to see it in the trash, and they get really disappointed if they do see it in the trash. And I don't have the heart for it either. As I said before, I am not a minimalist. Okay, I'm not. So I keep only the things I need. Receipts and everything. I try to receive my receipts for my payment and everything, the bills that I pay digital form, so I don't have to deal with bills that arrive in the house. And so I've gone through the companies and I'm like, okay, send me this bill online. And so I pay online, and if I want to keep the receipt or whatever, then I keep it in a folder in the computer, not paper. Okay. I'm also old school. So how I told you at the beginning of the video that my friend sent me some worksheets for this book, Boundaries. Well, I can't really read them or do the work in the computer. I like to actually have the paper. So I did print that out and I put it in a folder. And so I have a neatly stacked in my desk and a folder. It's not just papers around in my desk. So that's my number 1. Number 2, organize often. Especially if you are in an area that is just, like me, like very small, and you have a desk that serves you, for several things. You have to make sure that you do this often, right? And number 3 is keep important papers in folders and digitalize them. So I just told you that, make sure that you do keep whatever is important to you, but try to organize in folders. Dollar Tree has really cute ones, like really cute folders that are nice, and you can put your papers in there. So it's not like expensive, and you're keeping your folders in there and your paperwork in there. So those are my 3 tips for decluttering. If you want more, there's a lot more that we've been talking about. Like today, we're talking about how make sure we declutter our pantry and our kitchen, and I'm giving you tips of what has worked for me. Tomorrow, we have a guest speaker, a decluttering specialist that is coming to the group and just talking to us about giving us tips and everything, and why it's so important to declutter. You think about self-care and decluttering, it's so important to keep our peace. And when we have so much clutter, sometimes we cannot, compute things. Like somebody was telling me, I cannot handle the clutter. It just gives me anxiety. Well, that's part of self-care as well. So the link for the group, Decluttering Week's right there in the comments. Join, is free. You have nothing to lose. If you don't like it, you can always get out. But I'm sure that you're gonna take some advantage of this tips that we're offering you this week. It's all there. We talked about why it's so important for self-care to declutter. And then again, some tips to declutter your workspace. And then some tips today is pantry. And tomorrow we have that guest speaker. And I'm very excited about her because I'm sure she's going to share with us some exciting tips. Hey, that's all for you. That's all I have for you today. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you do click the notifications and the subscription so you can subscribe to my channel. If you're watching this on Facebook, go to YouTube and search Simply Refreshing Life and subscribe, only because Facebook doesn't always tell you when I come live. It's really bad, the notifications, and you don't know, and so you don't want to miss out. I do giveaways in my group once a week, so I mean, why not join? And so, yeah, that's all for you I have today. I went over my limit of 10 minutes, but it's just, I get so excited and I get, just talking. But I hope you like this. Give me a thumbs up if you did. And if you like what you're hearing, subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Fun DIY. Don't miss it, okay? Bye.